What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Swisher coming back at you with a Texan slash draft thoughts. Alright, I just watched my boy Ray Ray's vid last night, well, early in the morning, and as far as the Texans and Raiders go Texans. You know what I'm saying? With their defense being damn near at the bottom of the league, and I I like Houston's chances of walking away with a W here. And here's why. People are knocking Brock Osweiler for, the 100 yard under 100 yards at Jacksonville, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, last time I checked, these is what all that matters. It doesn't matter how you get them. Hell, if Brady goes and throws for under 100 yards and he still gets the dub, nobody's gonna say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But because Brock has under 100 yard games and he still wins, y'all crucify him. Stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Give the man some more time. You feel me? Y'all setting the bar and expectations way too high. I mean, let me give y'all some hindsight football 101. Most newcomers that come into the NFL, well, let me rephrase that. When multiple guys, whether they come through via free agency or through the draft, it takes a little time for them to gel. Everybody, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, well, the Cowgirls are they're doing awesome. Dak Prescott is not asked to do a lot. Last time I checked, hell, it was their O-line, and Zeke is doing most of that work. But all I ever hear about is Dak. I mean, come on, man. If Brock had that kind of O-line, as far as run blocking and pass protection, you would see a much improved Texans team. Everybody's trying to knock or be negative about the Texans, and and I'm talking to the real Texans fans when I say this. The one, you guys are bashing and getting on them and being negative about it, but you forget we've lost our heart and soul on the defense in J.J. Watt. Dwayne Brown was out for, a month and a half of the season? 5 games? Quentin Dempsey's been out. We've lost Kevin Johnson for the year. Where else? I mean, we've just had injuries on this team. You know what I'm saying? But yet, everybody wants to crucify my Houston Texans. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But on to these draft fees, Now, in the first round, like I said, and now all my videos, man, I'm at first I was, high on going on the offensive side of the ball, but looking at it from a true GM standpoint, and knowing what it takes to build a championship roster. And I quote my boy Ray Lewis: defense wins championships. Offense scores points. Sometimes your offense can win you the game, but ultimately it will come down to if your defense can keep them out of the end zone. Now, with that being said, let's talk about these draft prospects that I really like. Now, bear with me for a second. Here we go. In the first round, seeing as how, Cush's legs have rapidly declined over the years, where I'm going in the first round, Carroll Phillips. Now, this guy can do both. He can be an outside linebacker. He can be an inside linebacker. Personally, And I'm going to get to why I'm going to leave him outside because of my later moves. But seeing as how Clowney is being played, he's playing he's playing where Watt you would play when coming into next year when Watt when he comes back healthy. My front would be Watt, Vince, and Clowney. Personally, I'm going to Clowney, and I'm saying, look, you playing at 265 is not gonna cut it. You got to bump up to at least 280. You know what I'm saying? For a guy like Clowney, jumping up to 280 is not going to hurt any of his athletic ability. In fact, I think it would make him an even more dominant force to be reckoned with. And that'll shut all the we should have drafted Khalil Mack shit right the fuck up. Real talk. But back to Phillips. Reason why I'm taking him right there in the first round, because you got to have somebody to fill that spot. And personally, as an outside linebacker, this kid is, to me, a Von Miller 2.0. Of course, he's going to, as a rookie, he's going to be raw, and so was Von, but when Von got his craft together and he started working on all his different pass rush moves, he turned into the Von we know today. This kid is an exact replica of that, in my personal opinion. In the second round, I want to go with another defensive player, but I can't due to so many woes on offense. Of course, I'm not straying away from this because I feel like he's a game changer. This kid is a game changer, and in our system, he would give us a Gronk / Graham type of tight end in Bucky Hodges. I don't know why this kid is not getting a lot of love. I'm all over WalterFootball.com, and they still have him going in the third or fourth round. To me, this kid has first round and second round talent. And the kid is, for him to be 6'7", 245, this kid is not slow. He's not. You throw it short to him, and it's gonna take multiple guys to bring him down. This has been proven. I mean, yes, it's college, but generally big guys like him, they translate real well into the pros. Moving right along. Now, with the whole cushion situation, seeing as how a team like Green Bay needs an inside linebacker, I'm on the phone. If I'm Rick Smith, I'm calling them on the phone and trying to negotiate what I can, for that second round pick that they have. And I would send Cushion over there, probably with maybe a fourth from next year. It'll be worth it, you know what I'm saying? It'll be worth it. Now, with that extra pick, I'm going with Tim Williams out of Alabama. And I'm moving him inside. Now, I had another option, but like I said, I just so happen to look across his stats and what he's produced lately. At 6'4", 252, you know what I'm saying? This kid can run. The guy has 8 sacks, 13 tackles for loss, and 23 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 pass deflection. The guy, as an inside linebacker, personally, he reminds me of a rookie Bernard McKinney. He's big, he's strong, he can run, and he will come up and knock the living shit out of you. I don't know about y'all, but that's my definition of a linebacker. A Mike linebacker at that. Moving right along. In the third round, bear with me for a second. In the third round, and this is where it gets real tricky, you know what I'm saying? Because the third round is where a lot of guys a lot of these offensive guys are, well, I'm gonna just put it to you like this. On the offensive line, you can get a lot of incredible talent in the third round. Now, seeing as how the right side of our line is what's struggling, or not struggling, but has been injury plagued, looking at it for what it is, with our original third round pick, I'm going Connor McDermott out of UCLA. He's 6'9", 310. Every time I turn on the tape, this guy is blowing up people. I mean, once he gets his hands on you, you're guaranteed to go back 3 or 4 yards. And that's a given. Every play. Every play. Especially on, power runs. Moving right along. Now, again, as a true GM, this is the time when you start wheeling and dealing, and for guys like K-Jack and Jonathan Joseph, this is a good opportunity, for Houston, because now you can trade these guys away, and you don't get hit with those cap numbers. Now, like I said, with that original pick, I'm going Connor McDermott, and with those extra 2 third-round picks that I would get for from trading Kareem Jackson and Jonathan Joseph, I'm going Dan Skipper and David Sharp. Now, Sharp, he's 6'6", 357. You know what I'm saying? They have him. Oh yeah, he's out of Florida. They have him as an offensive tackle, but personally, I like him better as a guard. I don't. You don't mostly see 350-pound tackles. Being able to contain speed rushers like Von Miller and whatnot. That shit just not happening. So Sharp is, to me, he's a better fit as a guard. Now, as far as Dan Skipper goes, he's the future at the right tackle. Now, mind you, I've just taken 3 tackles. So Connor McDermott is gonna be the eventual replacement for Dwayne Brown. Sharp is gonna be that plug-in guy for Jeff Allen, because I don't really think he's panning out the way he should play. I think that was just a bunch of hype. And Dan Skipper, like I said, at 6'10", 322, again, another guy that just physically dominates people at the point of attack. Now, don't get me wrong, all 3 of those guys can work on their pass protection, but all in all, you want to be able to build that identity as a football team to be able to crucify and run the ball down people's throats. And with those 3 powerful linemen, I really believe that philosophy can come to fruition. I'm gonna do more vids, man. Sorry that I have been out. Similar to Ray's situation, I've had things that I couldn't avoid, so I had to take care of those things. But I'm back, and like I said, I'm actually gonna do another video, on those specific guys, But as per usual, man, like, sub, and peace, and go Texans, man. Go get that W over the Raiders. 100.